I'm here to share the story of how a group of coaches from Newcastle, Delaware decided to combine our efforts, thus the sum of our parts, try to transform the classrooms in our district. Now, one thing you need to know about me, along with my passion for mathematics and instruction, I love to fish. So with that as a context, I'd like everybody to read this. Part of this saying is how I look at our struggles with trying to introduce the math practices into our classrooms as we started to do PD over the last several years. Our PD efforts, and we failed miserably, or at least didn't meet success. Let's keep it positive. We found the struggles to be, this is going to get way ahead of me now. Can we pause? So my friends and I decided we were going to try things a different way. We needed to shift our metaphors. We needed to find what wasn't working and shift how we were doing things. We needed to get down to the classroom level. So now, if you're an instructional leader, how many of you ever feel like this? Raise your hand. Yeah. Well, what we decided to do is we wanted to shift that metaphor to combining the sum of our parts to start to draw people to us and sort of build that leadership capacity to spread the word. So we spread the word. We developed some anglers. We found 18 teachers. We reeled them in. 7 of our 8 buildings, they agreed to meet with us weekly for 6 weeks to start working on our practice. We built a collaborative culture, started having them identify what they needed and work on their obstacles. Luckily, we're from Delaware, which provides great fishing opportunities between 2 bays, but we also have a supportive culture for math leaders. All of these organizations help support us as we're working in our classrooms, and many of our cohort members actually attend those as well. We also get the opportunity to come here, and we have these people that help bait the hook for us. And we actually have some of our cohort members sitting in the audience today that are getting to learn firsthand from these same people. Anytime I go fishing, I always check my gear. Increases my chances for success. We use the investigations program. We layer on a nice healthy dose of math forum with their specific focus on the math practice. We add in the number tools. Great way to build fluency, and you can't forget about the 3-act math. This is a great way. We've modeled a bunch of these with the teachers, and one of the specific things we did was the teacher timeout, where we talked about why we made the moves we were making, why they're important to provide to kids, and it started to happen in the classroom. Weekly, the teachers came back and shared with us the collaborative reflection, what was going on in the classrooms, their successes and struggles. We worked together on those, build them into other programs. After the 6 weeks, we had the opportunity to celebrate and highlight their work. We got together for a whole district-wide PD, and now we had the answers for the people that said, this doesn't work in our building. This doesn't work with my kids. Well, here's our kids doing it. So we have our cohort teachers are working on changing how kids communicate mathematically and challenge each other in the classrooms. We have students that are writing and analyzing claims to summarize their mathematics. That's a first grader right there, up to teachers that hang these in the hallways to challenge their other students in other classrooms and bring the teachers into the fold. We had teachers that begin to make their own videos of 3-act math. This was a teacher that wanted to create a way to get the kids to conceptualize volume by stacking toilet paper into a box. Here's what the kids noticed and wondered. Teacher was amazed at what they already know. So as a group of teachers, anybody want to just take a quick look at the box there? Anybody say there's 16 on the base? 24? 32? Okay. How about the whole box? Less than 60? Anyway, let's take a look at what the kids did. So just like any great fishing hole, the success spreads, the word gets out. So what we ended up seeing is that the teachers that were doing this, the teachers next to them, the teachers on their PLC teams, wanted the same thing. And sometimes it wasn't the teachers that we ever anticipated coming to the table. So one of the reasons it really worked was that we met the teachers where they were. We modeled the things that we wanted them to do in the classroom, and we really started to change the metaphor in drawing these people to us, and we We talked about the sum of the parts, and we really feel like that is more of a product of our parts with how it started to expand. But regardless of that, as you walk home from this meeting today and take things back to your teachers, don't hand them a fish. Create a culture for them to learn to fish and pass it on.